Can I believe I'm doing this? But I had enough of not being who I planned to be. So let's go do it today. So let's get ready and let's go on a run.
Constant learning to flow. All the unknown lemons thrown may look different from what you've dreamed. Colors and contrast making it art. Happy can be built, tuning into all that's good. Lucky I learned what lemons can do.
Hello. So it's now literally 9 in the morning. So somehow 3 hours have already passed. I had this idea for this vlog this week because, no word of a lie, I think I've been meaning to get up at 6 a.m. for the past 2 years straight and have never ever done it other than when I've had an early filming shoot. So if you're new here, I'm a documentary producer, so sometimes I have to get up really early for shoots, but I just thought, you know what, I've got a free Saturday. I always beat myself up for getting up late and not seizing the day and not making the most of the weekend and not being productive. But I thought, you know what, this is the perfect opportunity for me to put my money where my mouth is. This is where visualization and manifestation, I think, that's where I think it actually works. I don't know how much of a believer in manifestation I actually am, but I have visualised getting up at 6 a.m. for the past maybe 3 days. Every single day I've visualised getting up at 6 a.m. on the Saturday, which is today, and I've actually done it. If I hadn't visualised it, I'm pretty certain I wouldn't have got up. So everyone's looking at me, and this is like the most cringy thing ever, and I think I don't know what I'm doing. I think I might be going through something. But thoughts on getting up at 6 a.m. It's nice to feel like you're getting up before everybody else in the world. You feel a sense of power in that, actually. You do also get to see things that you probably shouldn't bloody see, like someone snorting cocaine off a bin. Did make me second guess whether this was the right thing to be doing. Like, if I was in London, I'm not in London right now, but if I was in London, that would have been a totally normal, predictable sight. But me being in this twee town outside of London is quite surprising to see that. So I feel like that image is going to stay with me for a while. It's nice to feel like you're, somewhat in control of your life. I think that's actually partly what it is. I think it gives me a sense of control over my own life. I also do think it's good, particularly good actually, on a weekday to get up maybe an hour earlier or something than you would have. Because if you feel like your life is being taken over by work, and you feel like your life in a sense isn't yours anymore because you have to work so much, getting up an hour earlier and doing something for you makes you feel like you've recaptured the day and you've made the day about you again before it even starts. So a couple of times before going to work, I've got up an hour earlier and I've gone on my like walking pad at home and watch like a Netflix or a YouTube video or listen to a podcast while I've done it. And it has made me feel like the day is mine and not the day is some company that I work for. I thought I was going to come on here and have like really profound thoughts about getting up at 6 a.m, but I don't think I do. I just think like I've actually just proven to myself that I can do something that I probably thought I couldn't do and had failed to do for 2 years straight. So I feel sort of my key takeaway from getting up at 6 in the morning has literally been, I can actually do it. I can actually change my entire routine. And arguably, if you change your routine, you change your life. So, yeah. Also, what I like about getting up earlier, I just like not rushing. It's a weird thing where I feel like, I don't have to rush for once. And obviously working and in London and constantly being in London, I think I am just rushing my tits off all the time. But like not even just in a work sense, like it bleeds through to all other areas of my life. Like I find myself rushing to brush my teeth. I find myself rushing to clean my room. I find myself rushing to take a shower. I find myself rushing to literally do everything when I don't need to rush. You know what I mean? So it's really nice getting up early and just taking your time. By the way, this video is my really bizarre attempt to add value. Because according to all the YouTube rules, I don't add any value. I just vlog my life, and why should anyone care about my life? Because I'm a nobody, essentially. That's what everyone says online. Not about me specifically, but about people who vlog who aren't already like really well known or established. And it's like, because I'm nosy and I want to see other people's lives, no matter how boring or dull they are. That's just my opinion. I definitely am not one to watch the all the viral stuff of people sitting down and giving profound life advice. To each their own. I'm not criticizing those people at all, but it's like everyone always says that that's the sort of thing you need to do to sort of gain any traction on YouTube, is to like sit down and give life advice. But I literally come from the viewpoint of, but why would I take life advice from somebody that's totally random that I don't know? And I'm not saying a lot of the time the advice is totally legit and makes loads of sense, but I just find that a really weird thing that like that's what's taken off. And that like vlogs, I feel like there's quite a lot of putting down of vlogs actually. And I love, like that's the only thing I watch on YouTube. I love watching people's lives and seeing what they do and blah blah blah. So anyway, this is my very small attempt to add any value, which I don't think has really succeeded. One of these days I definitely need to do a glow up vlog, that's for sure. I actually can't believe I come on here looking like this. I also desperately need some new gym clothes. I mean, everyone wears like amazing like gym sharky stuff and I just can't be bothered to buy all that. It's so expensive. But I also sometimes wonder if it would actually make me want to exercise more if I actually thought I looked good and not wearing like basically the dregs of my wardrobe to exercise, which is exactly what I do. But also it's like that's another thing. It's like, what, another thing to add to life, to try and look hot while exercising? Another thing to do? No. Also, I think I might be being really bad vibes in this video. I don't mean to be. I'm not. I just have a really sarcastic way of talking. Basically, I'm not bad vibes is what I'm trying to say. I'm good vibes. Okay, I have to make sure that the rest of the video is good vibes because this is like kind of bad. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hello. So I'm back home now. I've just made myself my famous to me banana pancakes, which are unbelievably simple, but I decided to zhuzh it up today. So normally I just do 2 eggs whisked together, one mashed banana, and then you put some ground cinnamon and ground ginger in, fry it in a pan till it looks like a pancake. But I thought, you know what, let me jazz it up, and I've added some oat flour that I made myself, And I've also added some cottage cheese, because I had some cottage cheese, and then some honey. And it's bloody great. It's much better. So, win. It's one of the small wins of today. Is my updated banana pancake routine. I wish I'd organised to see some friends today, but I didn't. So here we are. And my mind's being mean to me, being like, why didn't you make plans and blah blah blah. But I'm literally seeing 2 friends, I think, tomorrow morning, probably, and then a friend at lunchtime. So I'm seeing 3 friends tomorrow, and it's on a Sunday. So I do actually have social plans this weekend, so I should probably just calm down. Just because they don't fall on a Saturday, that's really not a big deal. But the good thing is, obviously, I need to be positive, and it's freed me up to do other stuff. I'm thinking I might go to the cinema later, because there's loads of things I could go and see. There's nothing I desperately want to see, but I did not realise that Karate Kid, the remake of Karate Kid, is out, which is really nostalgic. And I used to love watching Karate Kid when I was little. It would be really nostalgic and speak to my inner child if I went to go watch it. So I think I might do that. But I used to be really disturbed. I remember being really disturbed by the bullying scene on the beach. I think it must be the first Karate Kid movie, the original one. And the main guy was bullied by some guys on a beach because he was trying to impress a girl or something. And I remember, I don't know how old I was, maybe 7, 8, 9 years old. And I remember being so disturbed by that and feeling so sorry for him and hating that people in the world could be so mean. I was so innocent and so naive. And it's a child's film. It would have been super tame, but I was so disturbed by it. Anywho, let's see where the rest of the day takes me. I'm really happy with these banana pancakes though. So yeah, I'm better vibes than earlier. Okay, I will talk to you later. Bye bye. Funny that I'm in Trafalgar Square right now because I ended up watching Mission Impossible yesterday because it was, I don't know, I just felt like it and it was a better timing than the Karate Kid, and I do not regret it. That shit was fun. It was such a fun film. It was just so entertaining, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that's something that is missing. Oh my god, these bells. It's it was ridiculously cheesy, and I do think it had too many sort of early noughties action tropes in it, which I felt like it could have avoided. Silly sort of one-liners, witty one-liners that are just cliche and predictable. It had loads of those, and obviously it's the most unrealistic film I think I've ever watched in my life. I mean, you don't watch Mission Impossible for realism, but... And actually, I forgot to say, the women, I love that. The women in Mission Impossible were so badass. Badass. They were so badass. The women were incredible, especially the French woman. I loved her action sequences, and she just gave off lethal vibes. And I just, when she was overpowering all the men, I totally believed her. I was she was acting so well. So, will I wake up at 6 a.m. again? I'm really not bloody sure. I mean, it would definitely mean I could put more effort into this stuff, which I currently don't. So let's say I was working from home, 6 a.m. till 9 a.m. I could do editing or whatever. And that would be 3 hours of work that I'd already finished by the time I'd started work. And obviously I'd be exhausted. It doesn't sound that appealing. But if I was really focused and I was really healthy and sorted my sleep out and my just general health out, that would be possible. And it wouldn't be horrendously difficult. I'm proud of myself for doing it. because I didn't have to, and I did. And yeah, the day felt like twice as long, I'm not gonna lie, which actually might be a little good tip. Like, if you feel like your weekends zoom by, getting up earlier will make you feel like you've actually had a weekend, because I feel like I had 2 days yesterday rather than one. Anywho, I'll talk to you guys later.
Time for pasta!
Where are we, Daniel?
We're going to get some pasta, I think, from Bread Street Kitchen
Yes, I'm
in
excited.
Battersea Power Station Shopping Centre.
Yum yum.
Ooh, so I had the strozzapreti creamed courgette.
Ooh,
and
I
it was
like that accent.
so yummy. So it had like courgettes creamed up into like a blended, really light sauce. I liked it because it was light, but it was still yummy. So yeah, I would recommend for a late afternoon